What up? What up? Hey, how's it going, everybody? YouTube Live. This is yours truly, Rama Screen. Uh, Unfortunately, I am not at the WB screening of Shazam. It's happening tonight or today, but I didn't get invited, man. WB is like that sometimes. It's so I'm really bummed out about that. But thankfully there was a new episode of Deadly Class happening tonight, so that kind of suits my emotion, kind of makes me not feel sad. It makes me feel great again after feeling bummed out about not getting into Shazam screening. So oh my god, I fucking love Deadly Class. This is a great show. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Oh, so good, so good. And the characters are just likable, even though they're supposed to be the next generation of assassins or the kids of mafia gangsters, crime lords. So these kids are being trained or educated in that school to take the mantle next, whenever their parents kind of move on or retire or dead. So anyway, let me start by saying that just like with all my episode recaps and my TV reviews, this too contains spoilers. So heads up, I'll be spilling some spoilers in this review of tonight's episode, which is titled "The Clampdown." Now, okay, let me start with let's get the thing that cracks me up the most out of the way first, and that is the potential. There you go. Let's put it that way. The potential threesome between Lex, Billy, and Petra. Oh my god! So here's what happened, right? In tonight's episode, there's this curfew or clampdown they call it, right after, I believe, uh, the confrontation between Maria and Saya. Now, I tweeted that the whole thing, the whole vengeance over Chico's death thing, has gone a little out of control and has made Maria's life even more complicated and has pushed her to. She did it to herself. She has made her life even more complex than it already is. And last week she even like killed Yukio. I think that's his name. And if you don't remember who Yukio is, excuse me, um, he's one of the two guys, three guys, four guys. Let's just say he was one of the guys who betrayed Saya. Remember that episode, like that paid homage to the Breakfast Club movie, and there was, the episode ended with a big fight, the big fight scene in the diner. Um, so I think Master Lin was fighting Yukio, and Saya was fighting the other guy. So that's where it stemmed. And but partly the reason why Maria killed Yukio is to throw people off her scent, to throw people off the scent, because because Juan and El Alma Diablo are suspecting, like, or not suspecting, they're like, whoa, they're really really trying to getting into the finding out who actually killed Diablo's son, Chico. And Maria's like, oh my god, I can't let him find out it's me. So it's like, it's as if Maria kills two birds with one stone, in a way, even without Saya's approval, without Saya knowing it, without, so that's still not cool. But in a way, Maria avenges Saya by killing Yukio. And at the same time, like I said, throw them off the scent, make Diablo and Juan think that maybe Yukio is the one that killed Chico. But it backfired. Now Diablo wants Saya dead, and that pretty much that snowballs into the clampdown thing. And it's interesting because in a clampdown, it's like mini detentions. So you see three characters um, get stuck in a room together. So Lex, Billy, and Petra in a room together, and I think Willie, Marcus, and Victor in a room together, and I think I forgot her name again, Brianna, Brandy, I think Brandy, and then Maria and Juan's in the room together. So that's pretty much the formula of the clampdown, and and it's fascinating because um, at least this, to some of them, this is the first time they've been in a room together for more than like a few minutes or more than just say hi and goodbye. And so that's the bigger arc, right? The whole clamp down. But during this clamp down, it's revealed that turns out Lex also has a feeling for Petra. I did not know that. I did not see that coming at all. I had no idea. I thought it was just Billy. Billy had a crush on Petra. And that sweet moment, right after the prom because Petra got bullied and then Billy danced with Petra. I thought they were gonna be a thing, but the episode the week after that, Billy pulls like, you know, childish move where they when we were younger, we pretend, I don't know, when we like somebody, instead of showing that we like somebody, right? Instead of showing our feeling, we pretend to be jerks to them. So that's the game that Billy pulled in that one episode. So now we don't really know where Billy and Petra stand. They're not really a thing. It's back to square one. And now Lex, turns out Lex also has a crush on Petra. And it's totally understandable, man. Totally understandable. Petra is freaking hot. Okay, Petra is a catch for a goth kind of girl. She is quite attractive, and I gotta give credit to the actress who plays Petra, Taylor Hickson. And I want to thank Taylor. I don't know if you're watching this, but thank you for liking some of my tweets from live tweets on tonight's episode with regards to Petra. Big fan of yours now. Tonight's episode has officially made me a big fan of Taylor Hickson. And so it's just funny, man. It's funny. Like Billy and Lex, they at first the idea, because Petra suggesting the idea of a threesome is already hot as it is, right? That's like, but I think Billy and Lex get stuck in, because they have, each of them have feelings for Petra, and I'm sure if given the chance, each of them would, have sex with Petra, but not as a threesome. They don't think it. They never thought it would come to this kind of format or setting. so it's like it's a lot to take in, and I totally understand. It's like overwhelming, right? Like, whoa, the girl that I like suggests a threesome. I should like this, right? I should totally be for this, but why am I not? And it's so awkward, the whole thing. They're having difficulties even trying to figure out how to start a threesome, like, and they're scared that they might make eye contacts, or maybe even if their swords will cross paths, swords. See, it goes to show you guys. Sex, the real deal, the real thing. Sex is a lot more complicated. A lot more. Not complicated is not the word. Complicated is not the word for it. It's a lot more. What's the word? There's more work to put into that. Yeah, I guess you can use the word complicated. It's more. Let's just put it this way: sex in real life is a lot more complicated than it is shown on porn, right? So if you have these ideas, oh my god, I can't wait to have my first threesome, or like, oh my god, threesome would be amazing to have a threesome. It's easier than it looks. Like it's easy. It looks easier only on porno or pornography. Even sex between two people, it's not. It's always there's a level of awkwardness that comes with that. You're not like bam bam wham bam, like freaking Tom Byron or I don't know, Johnny Sids. And don't ask me how I know these porno stars names, or Katie Morgan. So I totally get why Billy and Lex will be perplexed. And the winner of that whole moment is Petra, is Taylor Hickson, because man, right when the Clampdown is over, like Saved by the Bell moment kind of thing, and she's like, "Oh, thank God, I'm so freaking hungry." oh, oh, and she said something along the lines of like she can't stand that there's so many feelings, getting in the way of what could be a pretty awesome threesome. Look, I don't know if Petra really meant to have threesome with those two boys. Maybe she's just messing with their heads. I wouldn't put it past put it past. I would not put it past her to think that she's just messing with their heads, because don't let the looks fool you, man. Petra is a pretty smart girl. So but the idea, man, the idea that they could go through the Clampdown or kill time during the Clampdown just by having threesome is hilarious. It's probably gonna be one of the most memorable storylines in this entire season one, or even the entire Deadly Class for many more years to come. The fans are gonna be like, I just look up the Twitter on Twitter. Fans reacting to the whole threesome thing, and tweeting memes and GIF that's just hilarious, showing like, oh, they should do it like this, and there'll be like an acrobat of three people. Oh man, what a highlight of tonight's episode that was. So, and also in that, before I move on to the whole Yukio and Saya and Maria, tonight's episode also reveals the backstory of Jack's character Lex, um, which is very heartbreaking. It's done in an animation style, just like all the backstories in the season, and it just my only comment about that is it fascinates me how the writers, because I haven't read the comic books, so how the writers make sure that the backstories for these characters, these individuals, they make sure that they are as fucked up as they can be, because these are damaged individuals, damaged kids. Um, all of them, at least the key characters, they if given the chance, if given a different past, different upbringing, they would have grown up or turned out to be much better, much more achieving students than what they are today. But because of circumstances, just like Jack's story, where his dad pretty much takes the fall for him, and now he's here in the boarding school with the rest of them. It just makes you sad, man. It makes you sad. It goes to show that you can't really quickly judge a person, because you don't know them. You don't know them until they actually tell you where they come from, or where they originate, how they got there, and all that good stuff. I think it's a little lesson there that you can probably take away from Deadly Class. All right, so the bigger arc, Yukio, the consequence of Yukio's death, which stems from the consequence of Chico's death, and the whole thing with Maria, Saya, and Saya's friend, who suspects that, like, hey, we gotta avenge Yukio, right? Um, and here's the thing, because Master Gao, who is Master Lin's sister, who finds out that Master Lin's daughter and wife are still alive. Holy crap! So Master Gao pretty much lays out the harsh reality to Master Lin. Hey, you're not getting your shit in order here. All right, Freaking Chico died. Freaking Yukio died. Um, you look incompetent as a principal, as a headmaster. The guild will be coming down, on your ass really hard if you don't uh, pretty much set this straight. And so Masterland's effort in finding out, or the root of it all, like who killed Chico and whatnot, is by intimidating Marcus, by using Marcus's past, with the archival footage, which is fine, but that's it's too Clockwork Orangey for me. I'm surprised that Marcus didn't have, his eyes going like this, right? Clamped open. Like a Clockwork Orange. But tonight's episode also goes to show that Master Gao is much more efficient in finding out these things much faster, much more effective than his brother. And man, that line that she says to Maria, something about like, oh, you are a cancer that spreads, and the only way to stop this malignancy is to cut you out. Woo! Bitch, that is some harsh words, man. Great writing. Holy crap. And Maria's just like sobbing and bawling. Oh my God. And of course, Saya at the end chooses to side with Maria instead of her friend. And my comment about that is it's fascinating how, because these are the kids of mobsters and gangsters and crime lords, right? And in the world, in the underworld of that, whole syndicacy, of course, it's all about clicks and who you're with, or what your skin color is, or your ethnic affiliation, Yakuza or whatever, right? And it really seeps into the boarding school, the deadly class, where it's the mentality of us versus them, right? It's like, hey, so the idea of Saya siding with Maria, ooh, that's a no-no, man. That's a no-no. The fact that Saya also does not kill that friend of hers, the Asian friend of hers, because that Asian friend of hers is gonna blab out to the rest of the Yakuza, to the rest of the leadership, and Saya can get in really big trouble. Of course, as we know, the big trouble that they're facing in next week's episode is back to Chester fuckface. So I'm sure the consequence or the repercussion of Saya's betrayal of her own kind, we'll see that later on, if probably season 2, because there are only 2 episodes left. Oh my God, I can't believe there are only 2 episodes left. I'm so sad. And so my conclusion, it's so heartfelt too, when by the end of tonight's episode, Marcus says to the rest of the guys, he spills his truth, right? Like, hey, I didn't kill those orphans, but I let the guy who killed them free, basically, the fuckface Chester. So, and he spills his truth, and he says to them that, you know what, you guys are the closest to a family that I've ever had. Like, wow, that's big. That's big. Saya, Maria, Billy, Willie, and Marcus. Those are the big leads. They're also the ones that actually went to Vegas. Remember, in that car, Fear and Loathing Las Vegas tribute episode. So now they're gonna team up against Chester Fuckface. We'll see how that goes. I can't wait to see it. This whole camaraderie between the 5 of them is really, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the adjective? Sweet, but in a really messed up way. Because they're still like a baby learning to crawl and then learning to walk in their trusting each other. They're not running yet. So, but the fact that they're giving each other a chance, That's cool. I'm really sad that Petra is not part of the big five. The big five, though. If only, right? If only. Oh, come on! Why can't Petra be part of that? Um, that whole rooftop alliance. Well, Petra hangs out with them too on the rooftop, but it's not like the big five, you know. Because I want to see more Petra, man. I tonight's episode is like, oh, Petra, big fan, big fan. By the way, just quick observation. Do you notice that in the Umbrella Academy or in Doom Patrol or in X-Men or in any team of superheroes, and this one is team of misfits heroes, you call it, including Deadly Class, they all have a base, right? They all have a base that they go, that they return to frequently, and to gather together. And for Deadly Class, that base is the rooftop, and I think that's very cool, because because it's been 8 episodes and there hasn't been rain yet. They go to the rooftop and it's always like, oh, pretty, like really good air at night. Everybody just having a refreshing time, enjoying the night air on the rooftop. So that's just a quick observation. I think Runaways on Hulu, their base is an underground mansion, right? So every team has a base, and for Deadly Class is the rooftop. That's it. That's my quick review, my rant of tonight's Deadly Class Season 1, Episode 8, titled The Clampdown. I am reporting to you guys from my hotel room. Sorry that the background is undecent and different than usual. It's because I am in Austin for South by Southwest. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I will be giving you a lot of South by Southwest reviews and coverage this week and next week. So yeah, subscribe, and press that like button, ring that bell. And if you can help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this, everybody. Deadly Class! God, I fucking love that show. Woo!